Hello, good morning, students. First, I will introduce myself as my name is Mrs. Amita Shah, and I'm there in your school as a appointed as a new teacher, and I'm going to teach you from 6th to 8th standard maths and for 8th standard science. So, welcome all of you for this new session of the pandemic situation we can call. You have already spent so much time at home, but still from home we now the government has come up with this online session for the betterment and for the security of the students. So we will start with the online sessions. Some videos and audios are sent to you that you have to go through, and you have, if whenever necessary, you can ask your queries, and you have to finish your homework as well every day, whichever the teachers are giving to you. So it is what you call, it is a together effort of our we teachers and as well as you students. For both of you this session is very new, so we have to adapt this technology, and as per till the pandemic situations came to an end, we have to go through this online session. So once again, good morning. We will start with the maths, and our first chapter is rational numbers. You might have studied in your early classes 6th and 7th about natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, and rational numbers as well. So I will revise you about different types of numbers that we have studied up till now. First comes is the natural number. What is mean by natural number? Natural number means we start the positive integers as 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. That positive integers are called as natural numbers. After that, when we include 0 into this positive integers, it becomes a whole number, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. So these numbers are called whole numbers. Then comes the integers. In the integers, with the 0 and positive integers, we are going to include the negative integers also. So 0 will be the midpoint. After that, as we go to the right side, the positive integers are there 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity, and from 0 to the left hand side, -1, -2, -3, -4, like this, negative integers are there, but it does not include any fraction. So that is the point, and these numbers are called integers. Okay, now it comes rational number, which is our lesson is based on. So what are rational numbers? Now we had gone through the natural number, whole number, and integers. So including these all the numbers, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 infinity positive integers, 0, -1, -2 negative integer, and it includes the fraction. Like if we start with 0, and now we want to make the 4 parts of the one number. For one number we have to make the 4 parts. So how it will come? 0, 1 upon 4, 2 upon 4, 3 upon 4, and 4 upon 4. That is a fraction. And from to the left hand side it will be -1 upon 4, -2 upon 4, -3 upon 4, and -4 upon 4. I will teach you this on the this number line. Okay children, can you see these numbers? So first one is a natural number which starts from 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. Then comes whole numbers which starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity. Then comes integers, that will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 0, left hand side -1, -2, -3. Okay, in the integers, just keep in mind that when you go from left to right, the number value goes on increasing. That is 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3. So the value goes on increasing. And when you go from right to left, the value goes on decreasing. That is 2 minus 1, 1, 1 minus 1, 0. Okay, like this you have to go. But from for the this negative integers, as we go from right to left, the value goes on decreasing, because minus 1 is the greatest number, then it goes on decreasing, the value goes on decreasing. So minus 1 is greatest, then minus 2 something somehow smaller, then minus 3, then minus 4, like this the value goes on decreasing. Okay, and value goes on increasing from left to right for the negative integers. Now here I have written the rational numbers. See, from 0 to 1, 4 upon 4 means what? 4 ones are 4, 4 ones are 4, that means 1. This 4 upon 4, the value is 1. Ultimately the answer becomes 1. So this is 1. And what we have done, we have take out the 4 parts. Whenever we write this fraction, the upper portion is called numerator and the lower portion is called denominator. What the denominator indicates? Denominator indicates total number of parts. How many parts we have made? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 parts were made. So denominator is 4. That is total number of parts. And of numerator, what is mean by numerator? Out of 4, 1 part. Out of 4, 2 parts. Out of 4, 3 parts. Out of 4, 4 parts are covered. Like this, it denotes numerator and denominator. Have you understood, children, what is mean by numerator and what is mean by denominator? And this we can say as 1 upon 4 or 1 divided by 4, whatever you can spell it. 1 upon 4, 1 divided by 4, it seems the same. So these are total called rational numbers that you can see on the board. What is the definition of rational numbers? A number which can be written as P upon Q. Same thing, 2 upon 4. That means P upon Q, where P and Q both are integers. P as well as Q both should have to be integers, and Q should not be equal, because if it is divided by any number divided by 0, it doesn't mean anything. Okay, it doesn't mean anything. So that's why whenever you are writing P upon Q, the P should be integer, Q should be integer. That we have already mentioned what are integers: positive numbers and negative numbers, including 0. So P can be 0, but Q cannot be 0, because it is meaningless statement. So do you understood what is mean by rational numbers? Okay, now henceforth we are going to see the different properties related to the rational numbers. So what are these properties that we are going to see for natural number, whole number, integers and rational numbers? Okay, we will start with the closure property. I will explain you what is mean by closure. Closure means whatever the numbers we are taking, are they fulfilling the condition of that number? Means if we are taking whole numbers, that should be the answer. Whatever the answer is coming, that should be enclosed in the condition of whole numbers, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity. It won't be any fraction or any negative integer. Okay, it has to be a positive integer. Then if we take the integers, the answer should be between 0 to positive integers or 0 or negative integers. Then if we take the rational numbers, there we have the answer should be enclosed, or the answer should be within the rational numbers properties. Okay, so first we will go with the whole numbers. I'm going to I have already explained on this board how it comes. So first property regarding the whole numbers, we are here using the whole 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. We are going through these properties with these operations. So first we are going with the addition. Whole numbers are closed under addition. This is the first property for whole numbers, closure property. So how you are going to prove this? So for this you can take any two whole numbers, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, any whole numbers, any two whole numbers you have to take, and you have to check whether the answer that comes, is it a whole number or not. If it is whole number, then that property is closed under the addition. So we will see 0 plus 5. Here 0 and 5 both are the whole numbers, and if we check 0 plus 5, the answer is positive 5. Okay, so this is this is the answer is 5, that is it is closed under addition. 3 plus 7, both these numbers are whole numbers, and the answer is 10. It also comes under whole number, that we have already seen that whole numbers are starting from 0 to positive integers. Okay, so our result is, or the property is, if a plus b is a whole number as and when a and b are also whole numbers. When a and b are whole numbers, the addition or the result that comes will be also a whole number. Have you understood for the addition? Then we will shift to subtraction. I will make a correction here. When a and b are whole numbers, the answer should be whole number, not will be, it should be a whole number. Okay, then we will shift to the subtraction. When we take any two numbers and we subtract, for example 4 minus 2, the answer will be 2. Here the answer is whole number, but if we take 7 minus 9, the answer is minus 2, which is not a whole number. Minus 2 is a integer, it is not a whole number because negative sign is there. So our conclusion is, when a and b are subtracted, when a minus b is, when a and b are subtracted, it is not closed. When any two whole numbers get subtracted, it does not satisfy the closure property. So okay, then we will shift to multiplication. Here if we take any two whole numbers, suppose I have taken 6 multiplied by 0. You might have known that any number multiplied by 0, the answer is 0, but 0 is also a whole number. So this satisfies our condition. Okay, then 3 multiplied by 10, these two numbers are whole numbers, and the answer 10 multiplied by 3 is 10 3s are 30, which is also a whole number. So whenever you take any two whole numbers, the answer should be, when it is multiplied, the answer should be also a whole number. So it satisfies our condition for the multiplication. Then we shift to the division. We will take a division. When two numbers are divided, suppose 10 is divided by 5, the answer is positive 5, because 5 2s are 10, the answer is positive 2. Here the 2 is a whole number, but if we take 5 divided by 9, you can write this as 5 divided 9, 5 upon 9. Is it a whole number? No, it is not a whole number, because it is not a complete number, it is a fraction. So this is a rational number, it is not a whole number. So in this case of division, the condition is not satisfied. So we can say whole numbers are not closed under division. So for the whole number, the closure property is, whole numbers are closed under addition and multiplication, whereas whole numbers are not closed under subtraction and division. This you have to note down in your notebook. Okay. Okay, now we are going to see the closure property for rational numbers. Here also we are going to operate these numbers for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. The condition is same. When we are if we are taking two rational numbers, then the answer should be rational number. Is this conditions, if it is satisfied, then only we can say that it is closed under that operation. If it doesn't satisfy the condition, then we are going to say that it is not closed under that particular operation. If we see the rational numbers property for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, for all these four operations, the rational numbers are closed under these all operation. As we have seen here, I have given you the example. We will go through this. Rational numbers are closed under addition. How? That I'll explain you. If we take any two rational numbers means we have to take the number in the fraction. So 3 upon 8 and minus 5 upon 7. These are the two rational numbers I had taken, and we are going to add this. So plus sign. You had already studied that if the denominator is not equal, we have to make the denominator same. Then only you can add the numbers. So first of all, we have to make the denominator same. That is 8 multiplied by 7, that is 56. Then we have to multiply the numerator of first number with the denominator of second number. That is 7 3s are 21. Plus this sign for 5 is minus. So 8 5s are. 8 5s is 40, so minus 40, and divide by 8 7s are 56. This is the how we can add these two numbers. So we have to make it first numerator same. So 21 plus of minus 40, it is same as 21 minus 40 divided by 56. So the answer is minus 19. We have to subtract 40 and 21. That answer is 19, as this bigger number from this two is 40 and the sign given to is minus. So we had given the minus sign. So minus 19 divided by 56. So is this a rational number? Yes or no? Yes, because this is a fraction where P and Q, that is 19 and 56, both minus 19 and 56, both are the integers, and 56 not a 0. So this is satisfying the condition. Next, subtraction. Here also minus 5 upon 7 is one number, minus, that is we are subtracting the number other, that is 2 upon 3. So minus 5 upon 7, 2 upon 3, these are two rational numbers that we are going to subtract. Same condition, 7 and 3, these both denominators are different, so we have to make it same. So for this we have to multiply 5 upon 7 by 3 and 2 upon 3 by 7. Okay, so first 5 multiply by 3, 5 3s are minus 5 multiply by 3 minus 2 multiply by 7, and the denominator that we have kept as the same, that is 7 3s are 21. So it becomes a 21. So minus 5 multiplied by 3 is minus 15, minus 7 2s are 14. So minus 15 minus 14, both the signs are minus. So you are going to add the numbers, but you have to give the sign as minus. So minus 29 divided by 21. If we see this whole number minus 29 upon 21, it is also a rational number. So it is satisfying the subtraction also. Next, for the multiplication, minus 2 upon 3 is one number and 4 upon 5 is the other rational number. We are going to multiply these numbers. When you multiply the numbers, you have to multiply both the numerators and then both the denominator. So minus 2 multiplied by 4, the answer is minus 8, divided by denominator 3 multiplied by 5, that is 15. So answer is minus 8 upon 15. So is it a rational number or not? Yes, because minus 8 upon 15 is a fractional negative fraction. Okay, so it also, multiplication also satisfies the closure property. Next we are going for the division. In this also, minus 5 upon 3 divided by 2 upon 5. So this is one number, rational number, and this is the other rational number. Whenever there is a division sign, for the easy purpose, what we are going to do here, we kept multiplication side and we are going to reverse this number. That is, 5 will come upward and 2 will come as a denominator. Okay, we are going to exchange the, okay, so I will explain you it again. Minus 5 upon 3 divided by 2 upon 5. Whenever there is the other fraction that we are going to divide, we are going to inverse that number and write the multiplication sign. So minus 5 upon 3 multiply by this number get inverse, that is 5 upon 2. Okay, so that keep in mind. Now the we are going to multiply both the numerators first, that is 5 multiplied by 5, that answer is minus 25, divide by 3 multiplied by 2, the answer is 3 2s are 6. So minus 25 upon 6. Is it a rational number? Yes, it is also a rational number. But in this division, if we include 0, then the condition gets not satisfied, because a divided by 0, where a is any rational number. If we take any rational number as a, and if you divide it by 0, then the condition is not satisfied, because a divided by 0 is not defined. We cannot define this. So if we include 0, then this condition will be not satisfied, and if we exclude 0, then only this condition is satisfied. But we have to take 0 also as a number. So because 5 upon 5, the answer is if we take it as a, because 0 is also a rational number, so if we take 0, the condition is not satisfied. Have you understood? Okay, for today's session we are going to quit this session, but for as a homework I am going to give you this closure property for whole number, natural number, integers and rational numbers. You have to solve one example. Okay, that you have to, you have to check whether the property will be satisfied. You can take any other numbers. I have already given you the examples. Like this, you are going to take other numbers and just check whether the property is satisfied or not. So you have to check this closure property for natural numbers, integers, whole number and rational number. So चारों के मिला के कितने हो गए? 4 4 जा 16 प्रॉब्लम्स आपको सॉल्व करनी है प्रॉपर्टी के लिए. हैव यू गॉट? सो वी विल मीट यू इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन विद द होमवर्क टू बी डन टुडे ओनली. ओके, बाय देन, सी यू, गुड नाइट.